Peace, wholeness, love, and light to the tribe. I am Nudiamonds here with a full moon in Scorpio. Okay, I feel like this has been a long time coming. All right, you may have been arriving at a destiny, patiently waiting. Okay, continue to have patience. All right, continue to not be distracted by things outside of you. Okay, this is like the final countdown, right? This is the final test. This is the final lap. This is the victory lap, right? So we are tapping into our full true value and releasing anything that does not serve that does not serve us. Okay, we're elevating so high that anything that isn't resonating with us will get left behind. Okay, so this is the elevation, this is the level up, this is the double up, this is where we take off, right? Ascension, right? Transformation, huge transformations going on within us, right? Around us, worldwide, universally, right? And we are just adjusting and adapting and continuing to go down the flow, right? Go down gently to go gently down the stream. See, we can't try to go too fast, right? You got to take your time going down the stream gently down a stream, right? Because then things get muddled up, right? Sometimes there's a bit of miscommunication, right? A bit of disagreements, right? So this is where you want to be clear. You want to take your time, analyze things, analyze yourself, right? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Double checking that ego, right? And holding yourself accountable, right? This is about accountability, right? This is about the level up, right? If you want to go up to the next level, these higher heart, pure ascension, light body, activation, rainbow, right? You have to have this lightheartedness, right? That heart has to be as light as a feather, right? And that comes from that death and that rebirth, right? That phoenix rising, okay? I know I'm talking to somebody out there. How many rebirths have you had in these past 4 years, okay? I know I'm not by myself going through all these beautiful transformations for elevation and growth, right? To glow up, right? To show up for myself, right? And to show up for others, right? Who resonate with me, who on that same frequency, okay? Shout out to Soul Tribe, okay? So yes, this is all about tapping into your initial power, being your authentic self, and growing. And how have you transformed and tapped into your true authentic values at this time, and not letting anything throw you off your path, no matter what obstacles seem to be in the way. Continue to use your mind to be the alchemist and to transmute things at this time. All right. Continue to use your powers for good. All right. Don't abuse your power. Right. And be observant. Okay. So shout out to all of the mothers and fathers, all the parents that take care of their children, because not only is it the full moon on 5/12, it is Mother's Day. So shout out to all the real ones taking care of their responsibilities, right? Nurturing themselves, nurturing people that they care for, right? Nurturing the children, nurturing your inner child, right? To grow, to elevate, to just bloom and blossom and grow, or sprouting and becoming our new selves, our new upgraded selves. And it's a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful time to be in. Don't let nobody trick you, right? Out of your greatness, right? Out of your blessings, right? Because every day is a blessing. Every day that we wake up is a blessing. And it's just time to give gratitude and be thankful and grateful as we are in this beautiful spring energy. Things are springing forth and flowers are blooming within us, right? And this is a very transformative month, right? We kick it off with this whole Cinco de Mayo, this independence celebration, right, of ourselves, victory. Then we tap into nurturing ourselves with this whole Mother Day energy. Then we tap into Memorial Day, where we are revisiting our ancestors. So I feel like this is a huge inner body transformation that is going on with us, around us, cosmically. And we are just beginning to tap into the power of this energy. And I feel like the kickoff, right, is this full moon in Scorpio. Okay. Also releasing old cycles, right? So a past 4-year, 3-year cycle is closing, and it deals a lot with yourself. It deals a lot with looking at your relationships with yourself, relationship with others, relationship with partners, right? On every level, love, business, family, friends, acquaintances, strangers, right? People who I'm getting a sense of like miscommunication, people who you do have disagreements with, right? You ain't got to slap everybody, right? We ain't got to slap everybody. We ain't got to be the raging bull or be the scorpion and sting everybody. No, sometimes you can just sit back, right? Sit back and, it's not, you may not win every battle, but it's about the war, right? So this is all about the bigger picture, right? Do you see the bigger picture? And the bigger picture is that we are clearing out old karmic cycles, right? We are tapping into this more upgraded and elevated sense of self. We're more tapped in with the divine. And that's what it's about. It's about getting closer to the divine, closer to source, closer to your dreams, closer to your true essence and your authentic self, no matter what that looks like, okay? Continue to operating from love, but not being blinded by the illusion of things, right? Being realistic and finding a balance, okay? And embracing yourself, even if it's some things that you're still getting to know, right? Know thyself. Know thyself is a huge key, right? Because I still feel like there's still layers that we're pulling back. And I'm speaking for myself. All right, maybe it take what resonates, but I'm still uncovering and unveiling different sides of myself, right? So I'm still getting in tune with who I truly am and my true power. And it's like every day I learn something new, the more I deep dive within myself. The deeper you go, the higher you go, right? As above, so below, as within, so without. And I feel like that's what we're tapping into. We are awakening and activating this new power that dwells from within, right? And I feel like the more shadow work that you do, the more internal work that you do, the more rewards that you get. All right. That's what this whole, breaking through these bad karmic cycles, these generational curses to be the generational cure is. It's about when you've done that internal work, right, to elevate, that is the reward, the elevation, the confirmation that you get from spirit, the confirmation that you get from just certain things, right? Those little peaks at hope, right? That little glimmer of hope lets you know that you're on the right path, right? We're on the right path. We're doing our thing, double checking things, right? To make sure that things are clear. That is where we grow. That is where we elevate, right? Because I just don't want to be doing anything for anything. I want to be a warrior for justice, right? I want to be a spiritual warrior fighting for the Most High, fighting for divine right, and making sure that I'm operating from love and light, right? And sometimes that causes for us to go within those dark places that dwell within ourselves, but it's all a balance, and that's what it takes if you want to elevate, right? You got to go in that dark to be the light sometimes and be that alchemist, even if it means getting your hands dirty, doing a little bit of dirty work. But that's what it's about in this realm of polarity. And I feel like that's what's really going to take place during this full moon in Scorpio. There's going to be a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different energies coming in, and you're going to have to center yourself and balance yourself in your true power, right? Whether that's working out, grounding yourself, getting into art, listening to music, dancing, singing, rapping, writing poetry, painting, right? Whatever makes your inner child happy, do that. If you're vibrating on this love and light creative frequency, tap into that energy to continue to elevate, okay? Because a lot of us had to sacrifice a lot to get here. And when you do sacrifice a lot, you got to reward yourself, right? Work hard, play hard, all right? And this is where we receive that harvest from those seeds that we planted. This is where we receive that victory from keeping our heart as light as a feather, because it has not been easy, right? Turning the cheek or being of the light in a room full of darkness, right? Or speaking your piece against people who don't have the same beliefs as you. that's all part of being a spiritual warrior, being a chosen one, right? Being of the light, right? It's not always easy, but now's the time where we start to see rewards for that. We start to receive confirmation from spirit. We start to see those rainbows. Shout out to everybody who've been seeing rainbows, right? A lot of different animals coming to them, right? Ladybugs, bees, crows, whatever animal that you resonate with coming to you, right? Feathers, right? Fishes, all type of different things. Flowers, receiving your flowers. This is where you receive your flowers for doing that work, right? The hard work that you put in. This is the graduation. This is time to celebrate, right? Victory after the war, okay? And this could have been an internal war, right? Just battling with yourself, or battling with outside things, right? No matter what that may look like. And, you know, finding a sense of groundedness, being grounded and being centered in yourself, and not letting these things pull you apart, not letting these things drive you crazy, not letting these things take you out of your element, right? Because your essence is what helps you elevate, right? You want to stay centered in that love, because that is that sense of bliss, right? That is what is intoxicating, right? Your essence is intoxicating. That's what helps you go up to these higher dimensions and be one with the Most High, when you operating from that love and that bliss, right? And that also attracts things in as well, when you operating from this love and positive vibration, right? This peaceful, joyous, happy vibration, right? And like I said, it ain't always easy, but we have to be the alchemist. We have to cultivate that peace within ourselves and exude that at all times, right? No matter what things may look like. And hey, it's easier said than done, but somebody got to do it, right? Somebody had to do it for the bloodline, right? And if you hear, 9 times out of 10, it's you, baby. So welcome. Shout out to Soul Tribe, all right? We got to keep pushing through this beautiful energy and keep shifting and elevating. That's what we're here to do, okay? Also, I kept getting like this justice, right? Because I feel like it's been this judgment, right? This judgment energy. After there's judgment, there's justice, right? And after there's justice, there's a victory. So I feel like for the most part, a lot of us are getting justice, right? Like I said, that confirmation. And we're seeing small victories, small wins. Depending on what resonate with you, this may be different. But for the most part, there's been trickles, like I said, glimmers of that light, glimmers of your light, and hope that you're on the right path, confirmation that you're on the right path, and you're getting closer to your destiny, closer to executing things on your soul mission that is destined for you, okay? So this is kind of like that destiny fulfilled energy, getting peaks and glimmers of that, and just remaining confident and not letting anything throw you off your path at this time, right? It makes me think of Scorpios and Tauruses, right? They're very confident, right? I don't know too many Tauruses that are like doom and gloom, down and out. And I for sure don't know no Scorpios that's sad, that's moping around. They don't even like to let you see them doing bad, moping. Like they never let the competition see you sweat, never let them see you cry, right? That's their type of energy. It's this confidence, it's this warrior, it's this, strong strength energy, this inner strength that they have that comes from the divine, that comes from these past experiences that they had. And like I said, if it resonates, it resonates. You ain't got to be a Taurus or a Scorpio, right? This could just be you, just on your soul mission, on your soul journey. You've been through a whole lot of stuff, and you come out victorious every time. We still here, y'all. We still here, and we made it through, right? And we're going to continue to shine, continue to glow, continue to show up and show out for ourselves and for our ancestors and for the lineage, right? Shout out to the ancestors, the angels of light, right? Our ancestors and our spirit guides and the Most High. Shout out to ourselves. Shout out to you, right? Because we're all here playing a part, all piece to the puzzle to create a full picture, right? And even if you don't understand or you can't see it, just know that you matter, right? You doing you, operating from this highest light is helping the collective, right? Each one teach one, right? Even if it's something small, continue to shine your light, okay? I also said it was like this deep water, like energy, right? And I say that, like I said, because it is scorpionic energy and it's the full moon. That's water. So it's like this double water energy, this deep, emotional energy. So this could bring up triggers. This could bring up, trigger warning. This could bring up trauma, right? This could bring up old things, right? This is where you practice that emotional intelligence, right? This is where you practice mastering your emotions, right? And not letting your emotions master you, right? So if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling upset, it's okay to feel that, but don't let it overpower you, right? Don't let it go a whole week and you still feeling that way, right? Transmute that, alchemize that energy, feel that energy and let it go, right? Because we want to stay in our authentic vibration so that way we can receive what's truly for us, right? Because you are what you attract. And I say that if I'm mad and I'm upset, I'm going to attract, all type of chaos energy, right? If I'm happy and on this loving high vibration, then that's what I'm attracting. And not only am I attracting things to that, I am alchemizing the energy around me, right? Either you going to vibrate high or you going to get away, right? You're going to repel, right? So that was kind of like another thing that had popped up. This emotions, this ancestry energy, this ancient energy. Because when I think of deep waters, I think of primordial water, right? And that is that mami wata, right? That universal energy, right? That spark of creation, that egg, right? Which one came first, the chicken or the egg, right? And it also makes me think of the cosmic egg, right? Because they said it was, the Big Bang, right? And God said, let there be light. But before there was light, there was darkness, right? This primordial water, the deep waters, the deeper you go, it's no light, it's dark, right? So that's going within yourself, right? And mastering these different waves and these different emotions. As we are ancient beings, remembering who we are and tapping back into our power at this time, okay? I also feel like this is going to be a time where we get a lot of gifts, right? When I say, tapping into your power, right? That's confidence, right? But that's also, that DNA being activated, right? I've been seeing people tap into all type of different things, telekinesis, right? Telepathy. This is giving like Matilda energy, people using their minds to move things. I've seen people move things with their hands. Is giving magician energy, like real life magicians, like some magic tricks. I'm like, was that really a magic trick, or did they really, like, some things are illusion, but it's like, damn, like that's a damn good illusion. Like you really made, like, okay, come on, y'all know who David Blaine is, y'all know who some of these, and it's like, man, how the hell like, is you really tapped into some gifts, right? Do you really got some gifts, right? Like this clairaudience, right? Clear hearing, clear cognizance, clear knowing, clear sentient, right? You can just sense things, right? So all of these clear gifts being activated due to your first eye being activated, due to that crown being open, right? You're just connected with the divine, connected with the universe, connected with the earth, right? Prophecies being fulfilled. We're watching a lot of that happen right now. A lot of prophetic messages coming true. That dream realm, right? Because I think of Scorpios, they're very psychic, right? But also that moon, that intuition, that sleep, right? That nighttime, that darkness, right? That melanin, right? That activates when your pineal gland is in darkness, right? So it's all about activating your dreams, right? Activating your powers, activating your gifts. And this could look different for everyone. As we're all on different levels, we'll all have different DNA and certain things are being activated, right? So, This is why it's best to get in tune with who you truly are. Never compare yourself, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. You want to stay in your lane and be grateful, right? It's okay to be inspired and motivated, right? But never envious, right? So this is, like I said, balancing that lower self with that higher self. At this time when it comes to these deep waters, right? Because water can be shallow as well, and we never want to be shallow, right? Want to be you don't ever want to take things for face value, because you never want to judge a book by its cover, right? If you see this book, you like, oh man, oh hell no, right? You ain't never seen this book a day in your life. You like, oh hell no, I ain't. What type of bird? What type of a? But really, this book is talking about so much, like quantum physics is so much knowledge. It's so much knowledge in here, right? So that's why you want to use your discernment, yes, but be open and take what resonates with you. All right. And that's part of getting in tune with who you are. Okay. And then it's also like this, like I said, prophecies, you know, high priests, right? High priestesses, empresses, emperors. When you get in tune with knowing who you are and you know you have these gifts, you know you on point, okay? You know you tapped in, right? I don't even need confirmation. I know I am one with the Most High. I know I have a divine relationship with the Most High, right? You're just going to keep on elevating and tap into this golden ray of abundance, this golden light that dwells within you, and it exudes out, like I said, and you just become this beautiful magnet of light, this beautiful magnet for abundance and all type of good things, love and money and opportunities and people that resonate with you and on the same frequency. It's really a beautiful thing when you start to elevate and tap into who you truly are, because you're not hiding from yourself, right? And when you hide things like a liar, you have to keep hiding, you have to keep lying, you have to keep it up. And it's like, no, because eventually something's going to come to light, right? Things are going to be revealed. This is the great revealing. This is the great awakening. So why not tap into who I truly am, take accountability for myself, and elevate and grow, right? And not hide things, right? I also feel like there are a lot of things that we can't see going on, right? There's a lot of things going on in the spiritual realm, right? When it comes to the light, because light can be looked at as an illusion, right? I say that because it's different wave frequencies, right? We have the gamma ray, we have the X-ray, we have the radio waves, right? We have the microwaves, we have the macro waves. So there's all these different frequencies of light and energy that are transmuted that we can't even see on a physical spectrum when it comes to science, right? Then when I think of light, right, the physical light, the sun light, false light, right? False prophets, right? It's like an illusion. It's very tricky when it comes to light, because it's all about how you see things. It's all about how you view things. Some people are colorblind. So one thing may look purple to you, one thing may look blue to someone else, right? It could look like a 6 to you from your perspective. This looks like a 6, but from this way, it looks like a 9. So it's all about perspective. It's all about being open. It's all about tapping into your own ray of light and shining that, right? As I feel like it's like this, I don't know, it's just like a lot of things going on in the hidden realm. It's really giving like ultraviolet light and gamma ray light. And another reason why I say that is because the Schumann resonance has spiked off. I don't know if y'all had seen my video the other day, but I had posted the Schumann resonance, and it's what it looked like. It's still spiking. It's still going off. And this is pure like light codes that are being activated on the earth, right? Because that's the earth grid. That's the earth frequency on the planet. And it's going up, it's spiking, meaning that it's getting charged up, right? Meaning that there is ions and electricity that is emitting off of the earth. And this could be a time where you're more physically charged up, right? You may feel more aggressive. You may feel more excited. You may feel more happy. You may feel extremely tired, right? Due to these DNA activations from the earth. So that's why I say the best thing to do is ground yourself, right? This could be a time where you're feeling called to go to the water, feeling called to take baths. Listen to your intuition. Whatever your body is telling you to do, listen to your body. If your body's saying rest, rest. If your body's saying get up and work out, do that too, okay? And go with the flow, because this energy is it comes in waves, right? So just go with the flow and ride the wave, okay? Also, it's like this, like I said, mysterious energy. I was getting like this golden ray of light. So having like this sense of enlightenment, and also having like this spotlight shined on you, right? You could feel like you the light, right? And not from an egotistical point. It's like, nah, man, I've been doing this work. I've been working out. I'm feeling good, right? So it's this, like I said, confident energy, right? The golden one, golden and chosen, right? The golden egg, right? And you are opening up to yourself and opening up to the world. And it's like this mysterious energy here, right? This secret, this unknown energy as well. So this could be a time where mysteries are being revealed, certain things are coming to the light, hidden. I'm getting a sense of like hidden tunnel stuff, deep, like deep underworld, deep dark web type of things being revealed at this time. Okay, so look out for that. This is where secrets are being revealed. Okay, so just be open to it all, and observe, and don't absorb what isn't for you. Okay. I also got like this element energy, this huge, like all of the elements being here: earth, wind, fire, and air. North, south, east, and west, spring, summer, winter, fall. And not only that, it was this ether energy, like this spiritual energy here. So it's like these, not really four elements, it's like the fifth element. And Spirit is saying like, you are the fifth element, right? We are the fifth element. That's like Spirit. Spirit is saying, I am the fifth element. The divine, I am the fifth element. So it's like us being one with this, with the all. Okay. Also this red root chakra energy, this yellow solar plexus energy, tapping into your power, right? Being rooted and being grounded, not having a sense of fear with the root. The red, the yellow, being confident, right? Not cocky. Then it's this green, operating from your heart, operating from love, forgiving people, forgiving yourself, right? And releasing whatever you feel like may be trying to hold you back. And then also this blue energy, right? And that could be a sense of communication, clear communication with yourself. And then also like your intuition, listening to your intuition. I was getting more of a dark blue energy, like your first eye being activated and open, but Spirit is showing me it's blue, right? And it's like basically you're going up, like the chakras are being activated. We are raising higher to a higher, conscious vibration. And it's all about mastering all of the elements within yourself and outside of yourself, right? So being one with the fire, being one with the water, being one with the air, being one with the earth, and activating that ether, activating this mystical, magical energy that dwells from within. All right. And that's really like the most high. Okay. And I was also getting like this royal energy, like this royal rulership energy, this more energy, right? Shout out to the indigenous people who know who they are. They know the law. They study the law, all law, right? And tapping into their roots, right? I feel like those roots are going to be sprouting and going up, right? This is going to be your time to shine. There's going to be something coming to the forefront for people who are operating out of righteousness during this time. And then I also said, yeah, this is just a time of rising of that phoenix. And what is the phoenix? The phoenix is an immortal being, an immortal essence, an immortal energy. And I feel like that's what our spirits are, right? If you have a soul, if you have a spirit, if you are aware, if you're here to operate from love and light and to raise the consciousness of yourself and others in a positive way, then I feel like you are most definitely a chosen one. You are one of those immortal beings, and you come here, you know, every time to execute a mission to raise consciousness, to raise people's consciousness and wake people up and help people and just, you know, positive, good, positive, high vibrational vibes, right? That's what you exude. That's who you are to your core, to your essence. And that comes from you being an enlightened spirit, right? An immortal being, an immortal soul, right? And not everybody is here on that same frequency and on that vibration. So this is where we get, you know, to shine our light. And there's certain gifts that are coming in specifically for us, okay? It was also like this M energy that kept popping up, like this M, because when I think of Scorpio, right, Scorpio is like the M, but it has that point, right? So it's like this mother, right? This mama, right? Like I said, that divine mother, right? The divine essence, right? And then also like that tail end. So like things ending, right? Which goes back to like that cycle, that rebirth happening, right? And then not only that, it's also like this like dragon, this dragon energy, because it's like this tail end, right? Well, what has a tail, right? It makes me think of lower vibrational things, right? Like the devil has a tail and the pitchfork and but spirit didn't give me that, right? Because I mean, as you know, we all have a lower nature to ourselves, right? We all can get in that, you know, that lower vibration, right? But when you rise high, when you come up out of that, right, you are ascending, right? And it's kind of like this dragon getting its wings, right? Like the divine mother rising and raising up from this lower vibration, right? And that is that phoenix energy, right? Because the phoenix was once a Scorpio in its lower nature, right? And it is that ego, right? Killing the ego death, right? But you never really kill your ego. You need your ego to uplift you. You just raise it higher, right? Checking your ego, like, you know? So it's just about balance to elevate and ascend higher at this time. And I feel like this will be a time where the divine essence will make itself very present and prominent in everything, including us, okay? Then I kept getting like this very sexual energy, like sex kept popping up. And I'm like, okay, that is that, you know, Scorpio energy. That's everyone's energy because somebody had to have sex for us to be here, right? So it's this act of creation. It's this act of divine union, right? When a mother and a father come together, when a male and a female come together, they create a child. And what is that? That is the Trinity. That is God. That is the Most High. That is source, essence. That is creator, right? So it's just tapping into this all sides, all facets of yourself to elevate and be one to create this upgraded you at this time, okay? Also, I kept getting like this twin flame energy, right? This twin flame, this divine love, this divine union, this divine partner that resides within yourself, but also in the physical form, like a love relationship, a love partner, right? And I say that because I'm gonna break down a chart, and the signs are in the chart as well, but this kind of goes back to if you've been pouring into yourself, right? If you've been mastering yourself, working on yourself, you know, focus on your true values, focus on pure intentions, and not just doing anything for anything, you know, preserving yourself, saving yourself, not because you're oh, I'm so high and mighty, but no, I'm going to get what I deserve because I worked hard for that, and I deserve to get what I want, right? I deserve to get what I know I'm worth it, right? So I kept getting that energy. It just kept popping up. Due to this mother, father, child energy, this Osiris energy, this death, this rebirth, right? And Osiris had got chopped into the 14 pieces. And what was his last piece, right? That tail end, right? His phallus, right? So once he got his phallus, then he was reborn thanks to Isis. And then they created Horus, right? Heru, right? The hero. That's you. That's us, right? The chosen one, the golden one, the star seed, right? The child, right? So it's just really like mastering yourself, mastering your masculine, mastering your feminine, mastering and connecting with your inner child, so that way you can tap into your higher self, right? Source, God, whatever you want to call this energy, to ascend higher at this time. And it's all about balance, right? The more you get in balance and in tune with that, the more you're able to influence others to be like you. It's not a sense of being condescending and you should do better and you should do that. No, the best way to teach someone is to show them by exuding it through yourself, right? That's the best way how children learn, right? You don't tell them to be a doctor, just become a doctor yourself, become a healer yourself, and they'll want to move in your footsteps if they see that you are walking in love and light, right? If you want to teach someone, show them by doing it yourself, right? How do you want to change the world? You start with yourself, right? You be the change that you want to see. And that's how you tap into this greater power, right? So yeah, it was given also like this high ranked energy. Like I said, going up another level. Wow, I'm seeing like 3 levels, 3 pillars. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting like the underworld, the physical realm, and the spiritual realm. Mastering all of those to go up to a higher plane, to be one with the Most High at this time. And that's how you go up in ranks, right? And never abuse your power. But Spirit is saying if you're already here in this energy, then you are already high ranked, right? In source eyes, right? You already got the source code. You already have the code. You are the blueprint, and you're able to unlock different levels within your DNA, because your DNA is the key, right? So yeah, you guys, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a lot. I'm getting like a lot of quantum energy, like the sense of manifesting things and being a master manifester. But that's like something that's hidden, right? So like I said, these things that are hidden, these secrets, surprises, shocking events happening, and it's all going to be for the greatest good. So just continue to have patience, okay? And be grounded, and know that you are receiving divine nourishment at this time, and your crown is opening up to more divine light, okay? I want to tap into like some numerology that I kept seeing, that kept popping up. Was 8 and 5, right? What is that, 13? Yeah, 4. Yeah, so those could be numbers that you're seeing at this time. Y'all excuse me, I'm zoned out right now. I didn't drink my tea. I done worked out. Like, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really blissful. So this could be a time where we're feeling just really blissful, loving ourselves, from pouring into ourselves, right? Making sure our cup is full at this time, okay? I also kept getting like this whale energy, this record keeper energy. Like I said, this ancient water energy being present, okay? And it's also taking me back to like the womb in the universe, right? The universe, right? Because the universe birthed stars, right? In these waters, right? Because when you get in space, people are like floating, but then it's like no gravity, right? And it's also kind of like the water. Like when you're in water, you're like floating, or like a sense of less gravity. And I also like the womb, right? The womb is in water and the baby is in this sense of like floating and like not in gravity. Like, I don't know. I'm getting like this water in child and birth, like this cosmic birth happening. Wow. I'm getting pulled into like a channeled message, but I can like see it clear as day. It's like I can see someone in a pool swimming around. I see like someone floating in space, just like floating. And then I also see like a child in a womb and they're just like there. So I don't know. As above, so below. It's like this underwater, on the ground, and in space energy. I keep getting that. It's like these three realms, three dimensions, multi-dimensional energy here. Okay, you guys. So, yeah, let's tap into the astrology. Those are just channel notes. Okay. One thing Spirit was on me about. Spirit did not want me really to take notes. Spirit didn't want me to look at the chart. Spirit wanted me to just channel, just go with the flow, and be patient. Now, this was hard. I did not know how hard this was going to be for me because I'm so used to a certain program. I'm so used to doing things a certain way. This is a message, right? This is a double entendre and a metaphor for something. So take it as it resonates. But Spirit didn't want me to write things down. Spirit didn't want me to do things the way that I've been doing it. Spirit wanted me to go with the flow and tap into the energy. And I didn't know how hard that was going to be because I really was eager to get on this energy, right? I really wanted to just, tap into the message and be in a channel and write things down and let it flow. Spirit was on me like, no, don't do that. We want you to break down the chart. So I have not even looked at the chart, you guys. Spirit didn't want me to look at the chart. Spirit wanted me to do it like on camera with you guys so we can go through the energy together. Okay, it's like something new, or just being in the energy, being in the moment, being in the flow that opens up something. And also having patience while doing this, because I was so ready to do the reading, but little things kept popping up to where I couldn't do it, right? I get hungry or I'm tired, you know what I mean? Just little things. So being open, giving yourself grace, and having patience if certain things aren't going as planned, is because everything is happening in divine alignment. So take a step back. This could be time for you to rest, time for you to gather your thoughts, time for you to alchemize your own energy or work on something else that is productive, okay? All right, so okay, so stuff is already coming out. It's already popping out, okay? But I'm going to let y'all see the chart. This is the chart. All right, we got the sun in Taurus at the bottom. We got the moon in Scorpio at the top. Okay, they're both at the 22nd degree. And that is all about Capricorn energy. So that discipline, that time, that patience, okay, having patience with yourself, focusing on your true values of yourself as you continue to alchemize things and have patience, right? There is a reward coming on a bigger scale at this time. Also, wow, we have Mercury at the 3rd degree in Taurus. I didn't see that. So this is all about, communicating with yourself. How are you communicating with yourself to express your true, unique values, right? Of your heart, right? This could bring in a sense of money and opportunities and love, right? Because the ruler of Taurus is Venus, and that's all about love, light, money, things that we value, gems, right? This could be a sense of hidden gems with that scorpionic energy there, because that's all about the mystery, the hidden, the underworld, right? Crystals, right? We are the crystalline structures being activated at this time, okay? That Christ consciousness raising up. Okay, I see Spirit said, you see why we wanted you to do this light, because it's just flowing, right? Okay, I get it now. Yeah, so something's going to come in and it's just going to flow like water, right? Go with the flow. gently down the stream, okay? That water, that current, right? It's a currency, right? It's a frequency, it's an energy, it's energetic, it's electricity, right? Electromagnetism, that is the water, right? It pulls you in and pushes you out, all right? Woo! Wow, that sounds like, that sounds a vagina. Big sexual energy is here as well, okay? So, yeah, if you have a partner that you trust, that you're in a relationship with, explore that, express that love, express that creativity. If you are celibate, single, you know, cultivate that energy in creative ways at this time, okay? Something's going to come up and something's going to be revealed about your lower nature, about your shadow side, all right? About your masculine side if you're a feminine, and about your feminine side if you're a masculine, okay? And I say that because Lilith is in Scorpio as well. And this is like, oh my God. Okay, so the moon is about hidden things, subconscious, right? Scorpio is about mystery, hidden things. And then Lilith is about that goddess. So this is like triple dark goddess, right? The maiden, the crone, and the y'all know what I'm trying to say. The maiden, the crone, and it's something else. I can't think of it, but really it's four archetypes. It's the three archetypes of the woman, right? It's the innocent, you know, young one. It's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. How can I forget the mother? Bye. The maiden, the mother, and the crone. But shout out to Wise Royalty because it's also another archetype, and that is the wild woman, right? That's the teenager, right? The free, you know, and like I said, you ain't got to be divine feminine. You could be divine masculine, right? You had your younger self, right? Your teenage self, right? Then you have your mature self. Then you have your wisdom. So, right, well, I'm wise. I didn't tapped into all of this knowledge. So it's these three archetypes that they want us to be in, but we're tapping back into our freedom. We're talking back into our free selves. And that's what that Lilith energy is all about, right? Because Lilith was demonized and all this other stuff due to, you know, it's 1,001 stories about the whole Lilith energy. But Lilith, for this asteroid aspect, is all about being shameful, right? Being embarrassed, right? But we're tapping back into our power because it's in Scorpio. So not being afraid to exude that power, not being afraid to, you know, show that sexual, sensual side, right? Show that shadow self. Show that shadow self. Wow, that's like super tongue twister. All right. But you're not being afraid to go there with yourself and tap into your true, authentic ways of your heart at this time, no matter what that looks like. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's for the full moon energy. Like I said, it's this twin flame energy that is here as well. And I say that because we have Jupiter in Gemini at the 23rd degree. Let me show y'all. Jupiter is in Gemini at the 23rd degree. Then we also have Chiron, Neptune, and Venus in Aries, right? And why am I bringing up Aries? Because Venus is about love. Venus is in Aries, right? And it is sextile to Jupiter, right? Sextile, right? That excitement, that harmony, that electricity, right? Then not only that, we have Mars in Leo, right? Leo governs the heart, but Mars is governed by Aries, and we have Venus in Aries, and Aries is all about that initiation, that fire, right? That drive, that passion. It's also connected to sexual energy as well, right? For those people who don't know, you know, Mars is attributed to Scorpio and attributed to Aries. So it's this sexual nature, right? Scorpios ain't really, I hate to say this, This is what's coming up. Scorpios aren't the only very sexual signs, right? Aries are very sexual too, right? They're the first sign, right? That's the head. Okay. So this is, the act of creation, the spark of creation, right? And then it goes back to your heart. So we have this Aries energy, this Leo energy, and this Gemini energy, right? Which is giving me just like twin flame of the heart, right? Your heart, your passions, your desires being ignited. And I say that because the sun is in Taurus, right? All about values and love. Then we have Venus, the ruler of Taurus, in Aries, right? And then Mars, the ruler of Aries, is in Leo, which is the heart. And it's a full moon in Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about that sexual nature, right? That merging, that match, that being one, that marriage, that union, right? So and then when I look at the chart even kind of looks like a mirror, right? It looks like two triangles, right? It looks like one triangle on that half and the other triangle on the other half, like mirror frequencies, right? So I don't know. That's just something that I was picking up on, was like this love, sexual, high energy, with this fire and air energy. Is it a fixed cross here? It is a fixed cross in a chart as well. So this is all about that discipline, right? This is all about purifying yourself, right? And knowing that you are a creative ruler, right? And knowing that you will have what you desire, okay? What else is here? South node and north node. You could be feeling more guided, more centered, more calm in your soul mission. Okay, so feeling more confident on your journey, feeling more confident in who you are. As we're coming to like this tail end of this old cycle, okay, within ourselves, and blooming a new cycle, okay. What else is here in this chart? Oh, Spirit said that's it. That is pretty much it. It's also kind of looking like a sailboat, something taking off. This also has, I see an L in the chart, so that Elohim, that love, that light. Okay. This X, right? So X, so divine feminine energy coming in, also releasing things, right? And it's like this polarity, right? Releasing these negative things to tap into positive things at this time, okay? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from the chart, okay? I'm going to tap into, right, Spirit didn't want me to do no meditation. Spirit was like, do a live meditation. Spirit was just like, we want you to go with the flow and have fun, because this is what you do, right? I do this off camera. So Spirit was like, why not do it on camera and just be in the flow of the energy? And I'm like, okay, why not? It's all fun to me. It's all good and gravy. So let's tap into a meditation for this Scorpio full moon. What is something that we can expect for the Scorpio? As soon as I closed my eyes, I seen a like energy, almost like an aura, someone sitting in an aura. Okay. Okay. Your aura expanding, right? I see a person sitting in the middle and I see the circle getting bigger, right? So your energy expanding, your aura expanding, things expanding, you getting energetically bigger, okay? Bigger, brighter. Going with the flow and surrendering to the divine. I see someone with like their hands up. They went like this. And then they started to go like this. So going with the flow, right? Movement, things moving, things being released. Okay. The energy is shifting. Being patient and sitting with yourself. I'm seeing a chair. I'm seeing an alpha sign, Alpha and Omega. sitting patiently and waiting for the divine. Divine interference. Wow. I'm seeing a chair, but it's like the Auf sign. So it's like waiting on the divine, sitting with the divine. Oh, I love that. You're sitting with the divine. Interesting. Sitting with the beginning, a new start. Have a seat and wait patiently on divine timing, divine opportunities. I'm seeing what looks like ice cream. I'm seeing like an X and then it turned to a bowl with like shaved ice cream. Them be so good. Ooh, them be so good. So something sweet coming in. Like I said, treating yourself, right? I said that. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. It's also giving like summer, a summer treat, something sweet. You deserve it. I'm seeing like the edge of something. It's like a corner, a L, a book, a box. This is what I do in my meditations, y'all. Just be until it clicks. It's like something here though with like an edge, a square, a 90-degree angle. Okay, it's a book. The book is opening up, something opening up, more wisdom, more knowledge. Okay, opening up a book, writing things down, getting in tune with who you are, writing your own history, your own mystery, your own book, poems, the book of life. Akasha, what is this, Spirit? What is this book here for? Oh, I heard wisdom. Sitting down with the divine to get more wisdom. Divine wisdom. Spirit said one more. It's like, what is that? It was like, I don't know, like a book, a snake, the mouth of something. This is like, it's like so many things. It's like a book opening and closing. It's like a snake mouth. It's like those claw things. I don't know what they're called on those tractors. The one that like dig the things. It looks like that. I don't know, like grave digger or something. I don't know what they're called. Spirit, can you make that more clear for me, please? It also looks like I was gonna say piranha plant. What are those? A Venus flytrap. Is giving the Seymour. Feed me Seymour. Feed me Seymour. It's giving one. I can see one of those plant. Yeah, it's like a piranha plant, and it's like I'm hearing like feeding your lower nature. Because he wanted to eat blood. Ooh, wee. Bloodsuckers. Watching out for vampires. Watching out for vampiric energy. It's also like love here. I'm seeing a sword. Someone holding a sword. Clear mind, sense of clarity. With an X. Protecting yourself. And making the right decisions. Okay. Wow. I feel like that was good. Thank you so much, Spirit, for that. That was beautiful. So yeah, now we're going to pull some cards and see what else comes out. We're going to start off with a general message. Start off with my blessings deck, my abundance deck. But this Spirit was like, this is going to be the general message. This is going to be the energy, the main energy that we feel for this Scorpio full moon in Taurus season. Okay. Shout out to all the Tauruses. Happy birthday, you guys. And I feel like every day is your birthday. Wow, that just shot out. Resourceful. May you recover and rise again. What did I say? Divine power. Look at this beauty. This is a beautiful card. Ooh, with this water here. What did I say? Everything that I said is on this card. Thank you so much, Spirit. I said things shocking events coming in, lightning, electricity, right? The water, the deep, dark depths of the water, right? Golden energy, right? Wow, this is powerful. Also said blue, right? That first eye, that crown. This is giving, it looks like the divine is like, this looks like hands in a divine eye. So it's like you're divinely protected, divinely guided. It's like these two lightning bolts. Okay, that's like that twin flame, right? Because electricity is fire as well. And it's like this golden road, resourcefulness. May you recover and rise again. Whoa. So yeah, this is like, for me, this is giving like mental clarity. We're coming out of a storm. We're coming out of a tough time, right? And we're like finally on this clear road to abundance. The storm is behind us, right? What's the bottom card? Radiant. Resourceful and radiant. I love this. Look at the polarity here. So I feel like this is emotional. And then this is like our heart, like things blooming, flowers blooming. Okay, radiant. May you shine brightly. Okay. 101 on the clock. 144. Okay. On the clock. Look, this card is so beautiful. I love these cards. With the bees. What did I say, you guys? It has bees on here. About the animals and the insects. Yeah, it's like, it's different layers, different levels. This is giving like lower and higher, higher and lower. Polarity as well, because it's like this dark, light, light, dark energy. Like I said, these three realms, I'm seeing it again. This is beautiful. I love that. What's the card behind here? I'm just nosy. Signs, like I said, two different split. Where is this book at? I want to read both of these cards. And bear with me, you guys. This is from the fall part. Patience, right? The four themes. The cards. The flow. Resourceful. Okay. May you recover and rise again. The wild power of the storm releases a built-up of tension. What needed to break has been broken. Debris has fallen. Branches sit beneath in a lighter sky. You recover and now discover what you can create. Blessings. May you rise. May you gently heal at your own pace. May your experiences make you stronger. May you see your world in a new light. May you take this opportunity to make positive change. Affirmation. I realize my strength and my compassion. All right. Thank you for that confirmation. Okay. And then let's read the radiant card. As you can see, I never read from this book. I don't even know where the stuff is at. Okay. But that's okay. That's okay, right? Radiant. May you shine brightly. Insight. Your soul is calling out for you to be seen. You know your worth and have the confidence to express who you are. As you sing your song to the wind, your vibrancy attracts soulmates. I'm mad because I should have seen that it was two bees and the birds and the bees, and I kept talking about this energy. And the flower is attractive, right? It attracts. This is why I love reading a card sometimes. Okay. Your vibrancy attracts soulmates to share this journey with. May you stand in your light. May you attract whomever and whatever is right for you right now. May you meet your soulmate. May you lead others to discover their own radiance. I am authentically myself and I attract what I need. Radiant. Yeah, that golden light. I said what I said, y'all. That's big confirmation. I'm like, I don't know why it's here, but it's here. It's here for somebody. Okay, let's tap into the tarot. I was gonna pull some more cards. That's it, right? We done went through the storm. We made it out. We are shining brighter than ever, and now we attracting things to us, right? That resonates with us, and huge confirmation for what I've been saying. Wow, thank you, Spirit. I'm like, message, message. Wow, Hangman at the bottom with the 12. Okay, the Hangman. Yeah, enlightenment, right? Yeah, we reached a new level, right? From sacrificing ourselves, right? From sacrificing things, right? What did I say? Sacrifice, discipline. Sacrifice and discipline and patience with the bird coming. From sacrifice and discipline. Rewards from discipline and sacrifice. Right where my fingers are at. Right? Yeah, I'm hearing there is huge abundance that is coming from us sacrificing ourselves. We are victorious. We are warriors operating from the highest light, and we will receive justice. 5 of Pentacles, right? I'm hearing, look up Marlon, say cheese, right? So don't hold your head down. Keep your head up. Go internal. This is about going internal. Doing that internal work if you haven't, right? Diving deeper into yourself. Deep, deep, deep. Like sit with yourself. Okay. Spirit's giving me something that I do. Go into a meditation, right? And breathe deeply, 4 count, right? And sit with yourself in darkness, right? And go to your root chakra. Connect with your root chakra and just sit in your root chakra. Just sit there. And whatever comes up, address it. And then you can work your way up. The Spirit is saying sit in that root chakra. Sit. That's the anchor, right? That's what anchors you. That's what roots you to this earth, right? Also getting outside and walking with your bare feet on the grass to release stagnant energy and receive negative and positive charged ions from the earth. You can also do this by going to a beach and listening to the water. I'm hearing it has to be physical. It can't be on YouTube or like on music. Like Spirit wants you to do this physically. If you've been having trouble releasing trauma. Okay, that was a specific message for somebody out there. All right, but keep your head up. Spirit is saying keep your head up. Yeah, your inner strength. What did I say? That 8. That 8 and that 5. And this is a beautiful strength card. Okay. So this is all about tapping into your inner strength, knowing that you are connected with the divine. Okay. Embracing yourself, letting that sun shine on you, right? We got a lot of sun energy out here, that Leo energy, that fire, right? Tapping into your core and knowing who you are, right? That inner strength. You have an invisible force with you, right? You have an army behind you, a spiritual army that walks with you. Continue to keep your head up and know that you are co-creating with the divine. You are co-creating with the divine, right? I love this. I'm hearing Leo placements, right? Also Leo season with 1111 on the clock. Leo season is going to be very pivotal. Time for the collective. All right. So 5 of Pentacles, tap into your inner strength. And what did I say? Courage, right? All right, now Sun. And it came out in the reverse. No, this did not come out it did come out in the reverse. Spirit said, that don't matter. It's still the sun. The sun card is one of the very few rare cards in reverse. It still has the same meaning. It don't matter if the sun is reversed. It's still shining. And what did I say? That embryo, that inner child, right? Going within, right? For that victory, being radiant. All this vibrancy. You are vibrant. You are radiant. You are the sun. You are a chosen one. Shine bright like one, right? A huge victory after this purification period, right? This storm didn't come in for no reason of the past. It came in to clear things out for you to get clear on who you are and to receive more clarity on who you are. And you're going to be sitting, I'm hearing this season, you're going to be sitting pretty because you've done the work to clear out that energetic mess. It was an energetic storm, right? Of chaos that we all pushed past. And now we're tapping into the freedom of being ourselves authentically in purity, right? Purification, right? The sun comes in and it purifies things, solar flares, that light coming in, right? To enlighten you, right? I'm hearing blinded by the light. Some people are blinded by the light. Okay, the spotlight, right? Sometimes your light shine too bright on others, but that's okay. Keep shining anyway, right? Never dim your light, right? You're going to be shining brighter than ever this summer. Get ready for that. Victory is assured. Wow. Page of Wands. Yeah, I seen someone holding a stick. I seen this card before it came out. It's trippy. You may have been getting messages on something. You're going to get confirmation on it. Okay, don't go into thinking certain messages aren't for you. Don't go into thinking like you aren't worth something, or because it's like not trusting yourself and not trusting the messages that you're getting, okay? If you're getting confirmation on all other things that has passed already, trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. Whoa. Knight of Cups. Trust your intuition. Trust your power. And don't be afraid of yourself. And give yourself grace. Continue to love yourself. Continue to pour into your mind. Continue to stimulate your mind with high vibrational things. And be intentional at this time. Okay? Whoa. I'm hearing golden and chosen because you are golden and chosen. Because these are 2 star seeds. Wow. And also like 2 star seeds coming together. Right? Because the sun on traditional tarot has a child on it. And then right here, the Page of Wands is a youthful energy. Right? So this is like the birth, the rebirth of like your inner child and you being attuned with that and not being afraid of that, right? And connecting with that to have this sense of freedom, to tap into your true power. That's why I'm hearing that's where you might have lost the trust for yourself when you were a child. Get back in tune with your inner child. What came out? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good luck. This flipped over when I was shuffling. I'm like in a channel, y'all. Yeah, but Spirit wants us to like trust ourselves and connect with our inner child. That's going to lead us to this freedom in our heart's desires. Also, someone with the same heart's desires is going to come in for us. Someone like with the same like inner child or something like that. I don't know what this energy is. It's like I see your inner child and their inner child. Like, oh, someone that comes in is going to make your inner child happy. That's beautiful. And that's extremely rare. Wow. Okay. The Spirit said side message. That was a side message for somebody. Okay. Whenever this person comes in, use your discernment. I'm not saying the very next person that comes in is going to be your soulmate, but if you catch a vibe with somebody and it is what it is, then if they make your inner child happy by you being your authentic self, then this could be a sign. Okay. All right. It says 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone coming in, right? Good luck, spirit guides, progress, justice, structures, systems, progresses, conditions, and rules. Okay. You are the one that's right on track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall into pieces. I don't know. Be sure that everything will fall to pieces. It say good luck. I don't know. But what I'm getting is basically it's certain pieces and things that are falling into place. And everything is happening in divine timing. It's another card that flipped over. I didn't see. And it says light up. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. For me, that's things taking off. Then we also got 14, 14. Okay. It says light up, mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, and quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or ... in addition to your family. Yeah, if somebody could be expecting a child, congratulations. Okay. Good vibes will speed up the process. And that's exactly what I've been saying. You got to keep your head up. Okay. Wow. And then the last card is good times. 24, 24. Leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, kindness, and happiness. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find out that they're on the same page and we can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. All right now, y'all. that is the reading. I feel like we got a lot of confirmation. Okay, continue to move forward on your journey with confidence. There's something big on the horizons for you and something beautiful coming to you at this time. Stay open, optimistic, happy, keep your head up, and keep pushing, you guys. All right. I love you guys. That is my energy reading for Scorpio full moon, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.